Hey everyone, Carolyn here.
Hello, Alex here.
We're so super casual now with our podcast. Oh, just sitting there drinking your tea.
English people drink tea. I like to have tea. I have to have tea before I go to war.
You're not going today.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Camera's good. All right.
Okay, so today we are talking about, the topic of today's conversation is called Expect the Unexpected. Now this directly pertains to your wedding day, and we have polled the team and we've asked them about what are the things that have happened on a wedding that have been completely unexpected or that haven't been planned for, that have directly impacted the quality and the result of the wedding.
We've done a few weddings now, haven't we?
We're into the hundreds.
So we should know what we're talking about by now.
We're averaging probably about, 5 weddings a week?
Mm-hmm.
So we've done a few.
Yeah. So this, just before we start, so this is all positive stuff. So we're saying this to help people not to
Throwing shade on anyone.
and just help future brides.
We want you to learn from past brides. And also remember,
Things we've seen in general.
yeah, you may listen to this, you may plan for everything that we've talked about, and things may still happen, and that's okay. As long as you enjoy your day, you and your partner walk away from it happy. Please don't let this cause you too much stress. But if there is something that we talk about today that you may not have thought of, or that you can add into your run sheet or your organization that helps you have an even better day, then that's a win-win.
Yep. Right. So you're going first.
You want me to go first?
You do that one.
Okay.
It's a tricky one.
Oof. Okay. I know I'm going to apologize in advance for not being politically correct. And so you can come at me, haters, but it is what it is. So first, number one, expect the unexpected, and that is children. Both little children and big children. Children are the unexpected.
Yeah.
So your kid may be an absolute angel at home. Perfect, well-behaved, sits at the table, has great table manners. Going to be a breeze. They always look so cute in his little outfit, or her little outfit. She'll look like a princess. But you put them in an environment where they do not have mum and dad's attention 24/7. They're surrounded by strange people. There is a lack of sleep, lack of good nutrition, because quite often the kids are eating a lot of sugar. They're not drinking water. They're not, because you're getting your hair and makeup done. You know, you guys are busy. You are.
It's a big day for adults too.
Massive. It's a massive day, but imagine what it is for kids.
Yep.
Kids get tired. You know that. Your parents, they are going to react differently to how they react at home. They're going to react differently to how you've ever seen them before, even if they were in another wedding, because you were there to help them. You were the bride and groom. But the day that you guys are the bride and groom, or the bride and bride, or the groom and groom, or whatever the parents are, is going to be completely different for the kid, because they are used to a certain dynamic, and kids thrive on structure and routine. And this is so out of routine for them. So expect the unexpected, especially with little kids. Think it through, like...
Well, we've had as well, not just little kids. We've had teenage kids.
Oh, yes. My favorite, when the adult kids are in the bridal party.
Yeah.
And the resting bitch face is real.
They don't want to know. They're not in it.
Really?
They don't want to be there, the teenage.
See mum or dad have to kiss and be all romantic. They are not there for it.
Yeah.
And it shows in the photos.
Yeah. Teenagers. Teenage grumpiness.
I had a wedding. Yep. So I actually had the bride come back and ask me if she sent a photo of her son smiling, if I could Photoshop his head into all the family photos, because he wasn't smiling. He looked really dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do? And I really, really get you want them to be part of the bridal. I really understand that. But think about it.
Not having them.
Think about it like, again, this is me being politically correct. You can come at me. Are you being selfish by doing that? Because you want them in there. Do they really want to be a part of it? Are they really there for it? Or are they going to have a better day if they get to be a part of the audience? You create some special part of the day for them, and they have the freedom to go and
Or they have an entertainment area where they can go
What
and
about older kids still?
older kids.
Yeah. Even
have
the younger
like the
kids
Switch.
too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, think about it. Do they have to be in the bridal party? Can they not still wear a special outfit, but you have someone bring them in just for the ceremony and then take them out again, and we get some photos straight after the ceremony, and then they can come back a bit for reception. Like, you are not going to have the energy to focus on your child and focus on your wedding at the same time. It is going to wreck you. Agree. I've seen it happen so many times. That is so hard, and the parent guilt is real. So this is just what we've seen. Is what our opinion is literally based on hundreds of weddings. It's not just us. It is our team. It is what we've seen. Just putting it out there.
Yep. What's next?
Your favorite topic?
Alcohol.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah. So, I'm quite a traditionalist, meaning that a wedding day is a serious day, and I guess it's not a day to have another stag do.
Oh, you mean Bucks party?
Bucks party.
We're not-
We call it a stag do.
We're not in the UK. We're in Australia.
Yeah. So we had turn up to weddings where, especially with the grooms, either they're already
They're
absolutely
before they even get to this.
relationship before they've started, and it depends how people act. Like, sometimes you just can't get any sense out of them or get sensible photos, or so I recommend not having much drink. I mean, have some, but not much before you get married. And also, legally, you can't get married if you're too far gone. Like, the celebrant cannot marry you.
We've seen that happen.
Yeah.
You may drink with your friends, and you may sit around in the back patio around the table having drinks. You think you know how your friends go, but you add into the fact that, again, you haven't eaten much, you haven't drunk much water, and it's really, really stressful, and people react differently.
Yeah. So we've had, especially towards the end of the night, we've had people act really aggressively towards us, towards other guests.
We've been waiting for the police have been called because of fights and domestic violence.
Yeah. So again, if you have someone who may be like that, maybe that should consider not inviting them as well.
Even if
Literally ruin the whole night.
Yeah, this was the groom's sister's partner.
Yeah.
And they all knew he was like that. We knew early on in the night he was going to be trouble. He started drinking quite early.
Yeah.
And he was giving us a bit of guff.
And he was just in my space a lot.
And Alex actually warned me. And and he's ended up beating up his partner in the big song.
It was horrible.
Yeah, it was not nice for the bride.
Alcohol. So although it's a fun day, it's also getting married is a serious thing.
Yeah.
And not
You want to remember it too. Like,
remember it and just
balance.
getting the balance right.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
So think about that in advance. Like, nothing wrong with the boys having a beer or 2 beers before the wedding. But if they're not big drinkers normally, like limited
Know if they can handle
until
it.
after. Yeah. Because then it's so hard to get the bridal party photos when the groomsmen are acting like idiots.
Yeah.
Like, I have a photo of a wedding and they're doing the ring and the groomsman was like, again, half cut. And he's like, in my photo,
Being silly.
just silly.
And you just can't get anything.
Like,
And you have to just draw a line and just leave it. And
expected. Okay. Well, the next one, my favorite.
here we go.
Weather. This is a hard one, but this really is an unexpected thing. So there's two things with the weather. If you're having an outside venue, you must always have a wet weather plan, and it has to be solid. Your wet weather plan has to look as good as your outdoor weather plan. It has to have as much room as possible, and it has to look aesthetically pleasing. You've got to check it. Like, don't let a venue go, oh yeah, we've got a wet weather plan, this blah blah. Make sure you go and check it yourself. Visually look at it. Ask the venue if they've got photos of weddings held in the wet weather area. Do your due diligence on it, because we've done so many weddings where the wet weather plan has been chucked on a balcony on the side of a building that's really narrow. We've had no room for our cameras. We've had no room to be able to get around and take photos. The guests are like squished in like this, and the rain's still coming in on the inside. But the other side to that is the sun. So it might be a beautiful sunny day. That's great. You're outside. But if your chairs are in full sun, your poor guests,
Like on the beach that time.
oh, they're going to
Everyone got
roast.
fried.
Oh, it was, our cameras overheated. That was
Everyone got bad.
horrible. Yeah, it was just not fun. And your guests aren't going to enjoy it. They're going to be sitting there cursing you in their mind for getting sunburned. 100%. That's what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
We're not thinking what a beautiful wedding this is. We're thinking how rude is selfish this is that we're standing in the sun and getting sunburned.
Yeah.
Especially if you're late as well.
Yeah. When you're left for minutes or so.
So another way to kind of mitigate that unexpected is go to your venue at the exact time of your ceremony, a week before your wedding, and look at where the sun is or where the chairs are going to be. If they're in full sun, have a plan B, because it's not fun. Okay.
Right, next, what do we got? Vendors.
Expect.
Here we go. Are we still going to talk about us as well? Okay, so vendors, so hair and makeup, that is the one thing that stitches us up on any wedding day or puts the whole wedding day behind. So just making sure that they turn up on time, where you have more than enough time to get your hair and makeup done. So if you set a time, bring it even further forward by another hour. Because
You and I did it.
it can take a lot longer than you think.
Yes. We did a wedding recently where the hair and makeup was 2 hours late.
Yeah. And that was just put out all your photos, didn't that?
Yeah. So, and it was really sad because she had the most spectacular getting ready location. It was just beautiful. So, yeah, she knew it wasn't our bride's fault, at all. There's nothing she could do about it. I think then that comes down to picking vendors that have a backup plan as well, because life does happen unexpectedly. And if one of your vendors is in a car crash or something happens, you want to know there's a plan B. So
What's on plan B?
I have 6 other photographers on call that are all part of our team, who train, who shoot like us, and part of our culture that I can call on. And that's why I do that, because I don't ever want to be in that position.
Definitely the hair and makeup is a bit of a stitch up, isn't it?
We've had celebrants be late.
Yeah. Rare. That's rare.
No, it's happened.
Most celebrants, it has happened. I mean, most celebrants are on it, but it has happened a couple of times.
Had them going to the wrong address.
All the sound equipment's broken down.
Sound equipment's broken down. The mic stopped working. The pen has stopped working in the middle of the ceremony. So make sure maybe get your partner or the grandson to have a backup.
If they're well established and they'll...
Again, it comes down to choosing your vendors wisely. Like 90% of the celebrants we work with, they're so super professional.
We mainly know everyone, don't we?
Yeah.
It's always the ones we've never heard of or never met.
That turn up late and don't have pens at work.
Or leave everyone standing up.
Leave everyone standing.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, here's a hot tip for you. Don't get everyone to stand when you're walking down the aisle. You will get better photos if everyone stays seated. Because the minute everyone stands up, especially if you have video, you have heads in the cameras. You getting the partner's reaction shot is a lot harder. You get lost in the crowd. People, if you've got old people, it's hard for them to stand up. And then there's a potential for the celebrant to forget to tell people to sit back down.
Yeah.
And everyone's just standing there like, what do we do? Remember that one wedding, I was like behind the celebrant telling everyone to sit down because our cameras just couldn't get any footage.
We're like, man.
Sit down.
What? Sit down.
Like the best man ended up telling everyone to sit down.
Yeah.
So
That's happened a few times.
yeah.
I think the other thing to add is mobile phones in ceremony too.
Yeah, so the only time that we really, really get funny about it is when you're walking down the aisle and someone comes out with their phone and gets in our shot.
That
Shot is gone. Like, we don't mind, we get that people want to take their photos. So we did a wedding recently where they let everyone get their phones out, take a photo, get out of their system and put the phones away, which is really great. So it's walking down the aisle and then the family photos, people shooting over our shoulder. That's really, really hard.
Distracting.
Because your eyes look at the wrong camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
it
was hard to put her phone away in her bag and
the
not
older people are worse, aren't they?
for the going down the aisle photos.
Yeah.
I had to ring a bride. Wait, I remember I had to ring a bride once and said, I'm so sorry, but grandma jumped down the middle of the aisle and has ruined your walking down the aisle.
There's someone in the crowd who thinks they've got special rights.
Yeah. I'm the cousin. I get to take the photo. The rules don't apply.
If it was up to me, I'd have everyone put their phones in a basket. Because, we've all got phone addiction. We're all on our phones.
Yeah.
All we're asking for is, 15 minutes of attention. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what most ceremonies take.
We've seen girls taking Instagram selfies in the middle of a ceremony.
Yeah. It's all on, playing games and stuff.
We've seen people playing online poker during the ceremony. Oh, anyway, okay. Traffic.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, again, same rule as children. You may drive this route every single day of your life and you know it inside and out and you swear black and blue. It only takes 10 minutes to get from the ceremony to you getting ready or to the reception, right? You know it inside and out, but you haven't accounted for time of day, school traffic, weekend traffic, if there's local markets on, if there's a car accident, the fact that we need to pack our gear down into the cars before we get into the car, drive to the location, unpack our gear and get it packed up again. So that 10 minutes is really 20 minutes and you haven't left enough time at the run sheet. Therefore, we either have to eat into your getting ready time or the ceremony time.
Yeah, I've also learned the hard way with this.
Yeah, actually.
Gold Coast, oh my goodness.
The M1. We've had one where it took you 2.5 hours to go from Daisy Hill to Southport.
And there was nothing I could do. I was in the car crying. It was so frustrating. I ended up being 15 minutes late.
And there was a car accident that happened.
I rang the client.
He had his back before he left. He timed it, and then as he was going down, a car accident happened.
It was just such bad luck. And
it's happened. It's unexpected.
Next time I'll leave another hour.
Yeah, he'll go sit down, have a coffee.
Yeah, I'll leave another hour ahead. So, what do we got here? Natural causes. Oh, okay. So this is probably one of your stories. You were at a wedding when you had a power cut.
Yeah, we had it complete.
What can people do to prevent that? Can't really do much, can you?
No, but if you are in a facility that doesn't have a generator or backup power, so when you're in the city, there's a good chance there's going to be backup power. The gen kicks in, like in Daisy Hill here, we very rarely have a power outage because there's a backup thing that kicks in. So, but if you're in a rural, if you're on farm, if you are anywhere that has basically one power pole in and one power pole out, and there's a car accident up the road and they take out a power pole, make sure you've got candles or lights or something on site as a backup. If you don't have to use it, great. But if you do need to use it, you have it, because we were literally in the dark. Shui was running video. We had to run the video light for everything, plus turn the flash on just to literally pitch dark,
I've never had that happen to me. That's a rare thing.
It is rare, but it has.
I tell you what, I have that.
And the DJ.
We've had it short out. All his stuff that was overload. I've had power overload. With the DJ kit and stuff.
Yes.
And they blame me for that.
He walked past at the same time.
And then it went out.
Yeah. And he's like, no, me.
It wasn't me.
Again, comes down to experience.
Overload, yeah.
Picking your vendors, picking people that have been at that venue before, understand the power requirements. We talked about that.
Yeah, good.
Okay, here you go. Lack of a good photo list. So if you're super cruisy and you're just going to play it by ear and you don't have a photo list, it makes things so much harder.
And for me, any wedding, that is the hardest bit of any wedding, is wrangling people. So if you can get someone who's loud and knows who everyone is and you can bring people together, that's really helpful for us, because we don't know who the family is.
Yeah. Can I suggest asking your celebrant to stay back to run the coordination of the family photos? Huey and I did a wedding just recently for Natalie and Isaac, and their celebrant stayed with his PA system, and he was amazing. He just called people up and we just got through it. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. And actually, I spoke to him.
I don't think Huey was on that one with me. It was just Sarah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Had been to ones where it's been chaos, like we're waiting for Uncle John. Uncle John's nowhere to be seen.
Is at the bar drinking.
40 minutes later, he's come back with his drink, and then you're waiting.
You don't expect that. Like, you've done your photo list, you think it's all organized, and then on the day, the one you can't control is other people.
The last thing we want to do is get to the end and in the wedding gallery find out, mate, this wasn't in any photos because no one called her. We forgot about one. And then she's upset she didn't get a photo.
Actually, I got my Natalie's mixed up. So the other Natalie that I did 2 Natalies in a row. That was the one who was on with me. She actually sent us a photo of her grandma. And so we knew what she looked like. And so as soon as we saw grandma arrive, we were all over it. And so we were able to get some really cool photos because we visually knew who we were shooting and what we were looking for as well.
Fabulous. Who's next?
Okay. We're almost done, guys.
Long one today.
Oh, okay. Too many run sheets.
Oh, this is Huey's thing.
No, it's everyone's thing. I think Luke will actually. This is a Luke thing too. So the boys just did a wedding and they had like 4 different run sheets. So the venue had a run sheet, MC, DJ, and we had a run sheet, and they all had different information on it. There's a bit of a debate over what time the ceremony was going to start. The venue ceremony said 2:45. Our run sheet said 3. Our run sheet said no speeches. The MC's run sheet said speeches. Now, that's really important because the video team have to set the cameras up. They have to get the audio sorted. There were all of that to consider. If you say no speeches on your run sheet, you literally, like, so blessed that my team is so good at being able to think on the fly, and that's born out of experience. But you could have very ended up with no speeches video, and that would not be on us.
And we're going to get much better quality when we're ready and expecting them.
Getting them standing in one spot. Like, again, I know it's a pain to get people to get up and stand at a lectern, but if you want those precious memories to look back on for years to come, just do it. Like, but don't expect to have this amazing video if you can't do the things to get the amazing video. If you've got people just standing up randomly left, right, and center, grabbing a mic, there's no way you're going to get a good speeches video. Or if that's really dark.
Yeah. We've got lighting we can bring.
We do. If they're standing up randomly, we then have to grab the spotlight, turn it around, get everything reconfigured.
So we like people to stand in one place, normally at the end of the bridal table, and they can look back and speak to the couple.
Yeah, so that we can get the audience reaction, we can get your reaction, we get this person who's speaking who's reaction. So, and then you get a great video, good memories.
My pet hate with the speeches is when they go on too long.
So that's our last point. Expect the unexpected, and that is speeches.
Yeah, and they go on and on and on and on.
How many times have we heard, oh, no, we've told everyone no more than 5 minutes. They're not going to listen to you.
We've had one that's gone for 90 minutes.
They are not going to listen to you. They'll promise you black and blue, but they don't. They get caught up in the moment. They get like all excited. They have like a whole lifetime's worth of memories that they want to share with everyone.
Yeah, I've had people burst out in song as well.
I've had 25 speeches and I missed my break.
Yeah.
Like we have a scheduled break, and 25 speeches was just, again, out of the goodness of our heart. We filmed them all. We didn't have to because really technically we should have been having our break because we'd already done 8 hours, but we stayed, so these are things that all affect the quality and the output of your day.
Yeah. Give people 2 or 3 minutes to say their piece.
And no open mic.
That open mic.
Don't do open mic.
Or
Yeah. Anyway,
look, it's at the end of the day, it's your wedding.
Yes.
Okay. You can take this advice or leave it.
Yeah.
We're just giving you some tips to make it a better day.
Yep. And this is all this has all come out of any wedding that we've ever had, but like a complaint or we've had not been an ideal wedding is this, right? Has been something on this list.
Yep. Awesome. Yep. So that was a long one today.
It was.
I did it.
You did with your cup of tea.
My cup of tea.
Hey, you didn't have his little...
No. If I complain about it, no, I lost it. I'm just using this one today.
Oh, that's good.
Cool. Is that my lunch?
I think our lunch is here, guys, so we're going to go. We'll see you guys next week. If you have any questions, as always, drop them in the comments below. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a subscribe and a like, and stay up to date with all of our latest videos and podcasts.
What do we got today? Mixed grill.
Yeah, he's got
Mugs. Yum, yum, yum.
And on that note, we're going to say goodbye.
See ya.